Hello again at home. Oh my goodness. That was a loyalty test. I told him, I said, look, cut the cameras and let's wait about 5 or 10 minutes and we're going to find out who's still with us. So I'm back. Are you still there? Knock, knock at home. Okay, so now, sorry about that. That was definitely technical difficulties, as you can tell. Where I left off at, I was telling you about how my daughter Kira had a heart and mind. She wanted to go back and get her education. She finished high school, took a year in college, took a year off, and she said, you know what? I'm not done yet. So she got right back at it, and she's doing so well. She'll be finished before you know it. And nah, Dave, stick to this camera. I don't need all those angles. We stand straight up. That might have messed us up last time. So at home, anyway, look. I wanted to talk to you about something serious for the time that we have left this evening. There's a new movement that I'm trying to start, and I'm calling it the Day Movement. That is THE space DAY, the Day. And that stands for The Drugs Ain't You. The Day. DAY, drugs ain't you. And the reason why I said that I wanted to talk about that is because that was a powerful realization for myself personally, to realize that my behavior during the addiction, it really wasn't me. That was the drugs. And the only way I could get back centered and in touch with myself was to realize that as long as I put those substances in my system, I would not be myself. I would not be able to realize who I was, accept where I am, and plan how to move forward. So yeah, for you at home, if you're still using and you're just trying to get clean and maybe haven't crossed the threshold of your breakthrough, don't be discouraged, because it's not an easy thing to do. If it was that easy, everybody would be clean. You know, a lot of us, when we're actively using, it may have started off fun, but if you cross that line, you know and I know it's not as fun as it once was. And many times, there are a lot of people out there who want to be in a better situation. So I know for a fact that there are organizations who can help you. There's 12-step programs. It's not for everybody, but it's an option. You can talk to your doctor. You can talk to your pastor or an elder. You can talk to a friend or a neighbor who has been where you are and managed to find a way out of that situation. So with whatever side of the track you're on right now, you're not alone. If you're still in your addiction, you're not alone. If you've crossed over and you want to fortify your recovery and strengthen it, you don't have to do that alone either, because it's not a contest, you know, and it's not about judgment. When you try something and you're impassioned to make it happen, you'll get there. It just may not run as smoothly as we plan, but that doesn't mean you're not progressing. So don't be discouraged. When you put the drugs down, put the alcohol down, if a job doesn't come right away, don't be discouraged about that, you know, because these things get added in time, you know, and God works in mysterious ways, but he has perfect timing, trust me. Towards the end of my using, I couldn't imagine that I would be able to overcome that. But this past June, I celebrated 29 years clean. One day at a time, 29 years. Amazing to me. And I've heard people talk about certain promises that were possible, or certain things that were obtainable if I continued to abstain from using and continue to work on myself, that I would become the person who I aspired to be. And humbly I say to you, I feel comfortable in my own skin today, and I do that without the use of a drink or a drug. People are the bridges to your recovery. You can't do this thing alone. It's not meant for you to do alone. Life is not meant for us to do alone. Each one teach one. That's what it's all about for me. And like I said at the beginning of the program, I'm not coming to you as a professional. I'm coming to you as a friend. I'm coming to you as a neighbor. I'm coming to you as a brother. Don't wait until it's too late. See, that's another thing. Many times we surrender, or we become open to a new way after we've already suffered all that pain. And sometimes it's needless. You know, sometimes we don't want to talk about our problem until after we're drunk. Don't wait till you're drunk, you know. It's a good idea if you think you're heading that way and you're sincere about taking care of yourself. You might want to reach out before you then had that 2, 3, 4, 5. You know, because I mean, I don't knock anybody, because I still get phone calls and I love them just the same. But I know why they calling me, you know, get tuned up and then want to holler. But, you know, I like talking to people and having fun. I like telling jokes. I like hearing funny stories, you know. But at the same time, you know, there's balance to life. There's a time and a place for everything. So like I said, I'm not trying to preach to you. I'm just rapping with you, you know. And at home, if you're watching this and you're preparing to go out and do your thing tonight and have some fun this weekend, by all means do you, by all means, because everybody don't have the same situation. Some people can do things responsibly, and that's fine. I'm talking to those right now that may have a little problem. I was there. And that's why I'm here on Friday nights, 7:30 p.m., the first Friday night of the month, 7:30 to 8 o'clock. I'm here, and I pray that God continues to bless me. And devil, I know that was you trying to take this program off the air tonight, but not on my watch. And thank God for the guys in the studio, Dave and Deanna. They got this thing back up and running, working it out. See, that's live television for you. Things come up, but wonderful things happen too. You know, you take these lemons and you turn them into lemonade. So the serious part that I want you to remember from tonight's program is this. Number one, you're not alone. You know, number two, the drugs ain't you. The drugs ain't you. I've seen so many beautiful brothers and sisters really run into some hard times. And it's not because they're bad people. Still beautiful people. But they crossed the line and they woke up a monster. And if you've ever been there, you know I'm not exaggerating when I say a monster. But that monster still ain't the biggest and baddest thing around. God is the biggest and baddest. He's bigger than any obstacle or challenge that we may face. He got that. All we have to do is just hold on to his hand and use what he gave us. You know, He gave us some beautiful gifts, but we sometimes may not pull them out often enough. Dust them off. Dust off that determination. Dust off that humility. You know, because a lot of times we don't come for help because we're too prideful. We feel like we failed or somebody's going to look down on us if we say, look, I got a problem. But that's what's been a blessing to me. I met people who could help me by making myself vulnerable to them and telling them, I need a little help here. You know, I think about Harry Spencer. Harry, you're probably out performing tonight. He's a jazz musician, very much in demand. He also is the booking agent at the Nomad bar downtown. But Harry Spencer took me under his wing when I was 24 years old. That's how young I was, or how old I was when I got clean and sober from using chemicals. But I didn't know what to do with myself, so I met Harry, and I followed Harry from heaven to high water. Wherever he went, I went, because I saw how he was doing. And Harry's got more time clean than I do. I'm sorry for putting it out there, Harry, but I know you wouldn't mind. But I followed Harry, and Harry taught me how to live again. He really did. He showed me some wonderful things that I forgot I enjoyed. We started going fishing together. I started following Harry around, watching him play his music and listening to him and meeting people through him. And then I was able to re-embrace my life, you know, and appreciate my life. I was able to appreciate my gifts that God gave me, the gift of being able to create artwork and write poetry and take photos, the gift of being able to communicate with people and listen to people. And it's almost like I started to hear the birds over again, and it was like a reintroduction to my senses. These were the things that were dulled by using chemicals to escape reality. Reality is beautiful, really. It's just challenging. We create a lot of our own reality by what we pay attention to. I love nature. Nature is so reinvigorating and rejuvenating for me. That's why all my friends know you can find Mike fishing somewhere on the weekends, or somewhere sitting down by a river or sitting under a tree, because that's my calm place. At home is so important, and I think we all benefit when we get in touch with what we really enjoy, you know, and do it. See, that's the thing. A lot of times we miss out on feeling joyful because we're not doing the things that we actually enjoy doing. We're either grinding, working ourselves to death, or running here, running there, doing things because we feel we have to do things. But there's nothing wrong with doing some stuff you enjoy doing. If you like to go shopping, you may not have $100, but you got 5 or 10. Hey, find a place where that 5 or 10 will get you something. You know, go thrifting. I like to go thrifting. My daughter Kira turned me on to that. Found some amazing things, you know, for little or no money. But what I like about going thrifting is because the money is circulated within the organization to help their program. So you get to buy stuff at a discount, but you're sewing into an organization that helps people. And that's what I love. I'm all about being there, helping people. I got one more announcement I'm trying to get in before we go off the air. I know Dave gave me the countdown signal, so just bear with me for a moment. I want to read this announcement. This was sent to me by my brother, Jason Rodriguez. The Metropolitan Wilmington Urban League Young Professionals are having community organizing training, an overnight experience, July 14th through the 16th, 2017, Friday, 6 p.m. to Sunday noon. Delaware State University, 1200 DuPont Highway, Dover, Delaware, 19801. The cost is $30. That includes food, overnight stay, and transportation. Now, I got that information for you, but I'm looking for a phone number. Dave gave me the three-second thing, and I don't have a phone number. So, sorry about that, but we did read the announcement. Let me see. Oh, okay, I have a website. Excuse my glasses here. This small print, y'all. communityorganizingtraining.eventbrite.com. And that's where you can go, and I imagine you can register there, get more information. That's communityorganizingtraining.eventbrite.com. So at home, I think we made it tonight. We got about 2 minutes left, and I'm so excited. I pray that you stuck with me. Like I said earlier, that was just a loyalty test. I said, Dave, let's see what happens if we go to blank screen. And give me about 5 or 10 minutes. I want to really test them. And then I came back and I got a couple of texts, and they said, oh, you're back. So that let me know you stayed with me. You passed. A+. I love you, Wilmington, Delaware, Newcastle, Middletown, you name it. If you get this program either live on Xfinity or go to youtube.com/MJR Delaware, and you can see the whole episode online, or at least what we caught tonight. And you can also see our previous program, which took place on June the 9th. That was the inaugural program. That's full episode is up there. Please remember to subscribe when you go to YouTube. That's MJR Delaware on YouTube. And that is a wrap. Have a wonderful weekend. And thank you for tuning in. And I'll see you the first Friday of next month. This is Michael Riley from the basement to the upper room. I love you. Mwah.
With over 70 years of combined teaching and administrative experience, Pritchett Associates is well equipped and well qualified to provide educational support services that are based on first-hand knowledge as well as educational research. Pritchett Associates is committed to helping our schools to enrich our students' learning experiences, establishing best practices resulting in sustainable classroom excellence on the part of both students and teachers. At Pritchett Associates, we realize that learning does not take a day off, but teachers sometimes must. And when that happens, we are called upon to place qualified teachers in available positions throughout our substitute teaching network. If you are a substitute teacher and are serious about getting to work in the classroom, please give Maurice or Juanita Pritchett a call today. Call Pritchett Associates at 302-275-1746 or email pritchettm@gmail.com. At Pritchett Associates, a progressive vision to provide.